everybody, Low Carb Keith here. I'm back in my kitchen and today I'm going to make another great low carb recipe. It is Super Bowl Sunday, so I wanted to make something that I've never made before, something a little bit different. It's, you know how I love a casserole, and so I found a recipe this week for a cheesy sloppy Joe casserole. That is low carb and hopefully delicious. So I'm going to change it up just a little bit because I'm going to add some things that I want to it. So the first thing I'm going to do is we've got about a cup of chopped mushrooms, and I'm going to put those in our skillet. And then I've got about 3/4 of a cup of chopped onions. So we're going to cook those first. All right. All right. We'll get those going. Put a little bit of butter in there just so they wouldn't burn. Now let me show you what else we've got for this cheesy sloppy Joe casserole. I've got a pound of ground beef. Okay, this is 27% fat, so there's a lot of fat in this. I have got a small can of tomato paste. I've got some Worcestershire sauce, some spicy brown mustard. I have my Lowry seasoning, of course. I've got 2 cups of Monterey Jack cheese that I'm going to include. And I also, because I wanted to give it something a little bit more than just the meat, is I cooked, or I steamed in the microwave, a bag of cauliflower. And once it came out, I just chopped it up pretty fine. So that's all that's going to go into our casserole. And what we're going to do, we're going to mix most of it and cook the meat, of course, on top of the stove. Mix everything together, and then we're going to put it in the oven. So let's go ahead and get this cooking. These onions and mushrooms. Now, hope you're having a good day. Actually, I'm going to put a lid on that. May cook a little bit faster, and we'll cut down on the noise. So, like I said, it's Super Bowl Sunday. Traditionally, we would be having a party on Super Bowl Sunday, not because it's Super Bowl, but because our oldest son, Ethan, is his birthday is February the 2nd. And we usually have his birthday party on Super Bowl Sunday. But Ethan, he doesn't live with us anymore. He lives in Chattanooga. He turned 25 this year, if you can believe that. And he has a busy life down there, so he couldn't get up here this weekend. He had too many things going on over the weekend. So we'll celebrate with him soon. Just don't know when yet. But anyway, I hope you all are having, like I said, a good weekend, a good week. We finished up another week of school. Of course, I teach high school audio and video production at the high school from which I graduated in Kingston, Tennessee. And so we finished up another week. And actually, we have tomorrow off. Got a text message yesterday from our principal saying that the school system is going to close down for Monday because of sickness and illness. There's a lot of illness going around. I know other school systems around us have done the same thing recently. And so I guess we're going to give folks an extra day to try to recover. I know my wife Dana, she is out sick. She's had a pretty bad case of bronchitis for the last week, and she's still not over it. So hopefully she's going to get better. I've not been sick, or some wood to knock on. Anything more than just a regular old cold this year. So hopefully we'll be in good shape. All right, so my onions and mushrooms are cooked pretty well. Not completely cooked, but that's okay. So I'm going to add our ground beef and cook that and let those flavors of the ground beef and the mushrooms and onions kind of come together a little bit. Get all that beef in there. Down just a hair. Get that all mixed up good. Alright, I'm going to hit it with a little bit of my Lowry seasoning salt. Give it a little bit of added flavor. Make sure that you just want to make sure that your meat's broken up pretty good. Kind of get that crumble texture for it. All right. Stir my meat. Make sure it's good and chopped up. Yeah, that's looking really, really good. I'm going to give it another minute or so on the stove. Make sure that all that meat's good and cooked. And then we'll add our other ingredients to it. But anyway, yeah, I've been watching some great videos, some great low carb cooking videos, just to kind of get ideas, see what other people are doing. But anyway, I do have some news about my book. As many of you know, I wrote a book last year called My Low Carb Life, How I Lost 130 Pounds and Kept It Off. And I came out with the print version last year. And I decided that this year I wanted to do an audio book. So I recorded the entire book and edited it and got it uploaded to my publisher, and they are distributing it to about 50 different sites where you can purchase and listen to audiobooks. It'll include all the big ones, you know, Amazon, Audible, Spotify, Books A Million, and you know, dozens of others. And that should be available for purchase online within the next 30 to 60 days. And as soon as it is and where it's available, I will let you know. All right. It looks like this is complete. And I do want to drain a little bit of the grease off of it because it's a little greasy. So we're going to go to the sink and do a little bit of the, drain some of that off. Probably 1/4 cup of grease that we wanted to get rid of. All right, so now what we're going to do, I'm going to go back to my recipe, is I'm going to turn the eye down. I'm going to add my cauliflower to it. Definitely going to do that. Okay. And now I'm going to add my tomato paste. This is a 6-ounce can of tomato paste. So we're going to add that into it. all mixed up here in a few minutes. And let's see, what else do I need to add? I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of W sauce, or Worcestershire sauce. So let's do that. There's 1. There's 2. And then we're going to add 2 tablespoons of mustard. So let's get our mustard, and I'm just going to eyeball this, the mustard. Not a huge mustard fan, but I like it. All right, there we go. Now let's get it all mixed up. Especially that tomato sauce. And the mustard and all the sauce. Yeah. I don't know how much of like a sloppy Joe this is going to make, but it sure looks good, and it looks like it's going to be really delicious. I needed something for the next 2 or 3 days for dinner, and I said I thought I'd give this a try. Okay, so, all right. So this is what it looks like, kind of all mixed up. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a cup of Monterey Jack cheese to it. 1 cup. All right, and I'm going to mix that up in with the rest of the dish. And now I have taken my a baking dish that I sprayed with Pam spray, and I'm going to put this. I'm going to put it in the baking dish. So just get that, get it spread out pretty good. Make sure I get everything in there. Yeah. Get that spread out. Good. Just like that. And now I'm going to take another cup of Monterey Jack cheese, and I'm going to spread that on the top. So this is what we've got. A lot of cheese in this, but that's okay. All right. So that's what we've got. We're going to put this in the oven for about 15 or 20 minutes at 350 degrees. And then we're going to come back and we're going to taste it and do a taste testing. So here it goes in the oven for about 15-20 minutes, and we'll be back. All right, so I've had my cheesy sloppy Joe casserole in the oven for about 20 minutes, so let's take it out and let's take a look. Oh man. Does that look good or what? Look at that. Cheesy, sloppy Joe casserole. Turn that off. Boy, it sure smells good. That's for sure. It's going to be hot because it just came out of the oven. I'm just going to get just a little corner of it because I just want to taste it, because this is what I'm going to have for supper tonight. And I don't want to eat it all now. All right. While this cools off, if you like my videos, if you like my low-carb cooking videos, could you please go to my YouTube channel and my TikTok channel and and like me and follow me and subscribe and do all the things that you want to do, I would appreciate it. It helps me, keeps me motivated, and lets me know that somebody's paying attention a little bit anyway. I appreciate that. If you can find me at YouTube, just Google Low Carb Keith. Same thing for TikTok, Low Carb Keith. And you can find me on Facebook, same thing, facebook.com/Low Carb Keith. So, all right. So we're going to take a taste and see what it tastes like. All right, here we go. Hopefully it's not too hot. Now, I've got to have another taste of that. I'm telling you, friends, that's one of the most tasty things I've made in a long time. It is delicious. Absolutely delicious. And adding that cauliflower really kind of gave it some heft. Man, that's good. That is really, really good. And it's not got a lot of carbs in it. Probably the most carbs in the whole thing is the cheese, and which was about 8 net carbs for the whole bag that I put in. A little bit in the tomato paste, a little bit in the cauliflower, but not very much at all. And it is delicious. I'm telling you, it is delicious. I'm really looking forward to having that. So anyway, all right, folks, this is it. My cheesy, sloppy Joe Casserole that's low carb and delicious. You can't beat it on a Super Bowl Sunday. All right, thanks for watching. I'll be back in another week or so with another low carb dish, and we'll see you then.